This is one of the leaders of the Yakuza gang in Japan, an 80,000-member crime group against which even Japanese police are afraid to take a stand. Now, these people are not the ones adjusting in undeveloped regions. Instead, they drive customized Lamborghinis, unforeseen bikes, have a strict code of conduct, and run dangerous businesses like extortion, gambling, arms trafficking, internet pornography, and even manipulating the stock market at the tip of their fingers. But how is this possible in a country that is considered among the 10 most peaceful nations worldwide? Surprisingly, Yakuza has existed in Japan for more than 300 years and has now managed to stretch its gang in the US, Thailand, China, and South Korea. Moreover, despite the Japanese government passing several laws to prohibit their activities, Yakuza members keep on growing every day. For example, in 2011, the Japanese government banned Yakuza members from opening a new bank account, buying properties, or entering golf courses. Yet, the Yakuza gang has a net revenue of $80 billion. So how did Yakuza become the most powerful gang in Japan? And why has Japan allowed them to exist for centuries? As handsome as they look in Western clothes, their history was much darker than we could imagine. And to truly understand Yakuza's past, we have to go all the way back to the Edo period, in the 17th century, when Japanese merchants, also called takiya, formed their independent organizations. Now, the reason for their emergence was the result of the Sengoku period of the 16th century, when Japan faced constant levels of civil wars and social ups and downs. In order to protect themselves, the Japanese merchants learned the samurai skills and began taking administrative duties for various businesses. For example, protecting important personalities and keeping away thieves from a bag full of cash. This is also represented by the meaning of the word Yakuza, which means the extreme path. During Japan's famous Shinto festival, they even opened stalls from where people could directly hire them for security purposes. In addition, the Japanese merchants that you see in American festivals are also considered the predecessors of the modern Yakuza. But in order to create a definite identity, Yakuza members were still looking for a leader to give them a purpose, who could make them feel that they were part of a bigger mission. Thus, this family structure was created, where Oyabun is considered the family boss who will command the entire Yakuza gang worldwide. Below him will be the first and second lieutenant and administration head. And at the bottom, big brothers, little brothers will lead the way. As of today, Kenichi Shinoda is the family head of the most sophisticated and wealthiest criminal organization in the world. He has fought various Yakuza wars and was once witnessed executing his rival with a katana sword. Now, as interesting as their story sounds, Yakuza follows a brutal code of conduct or rules that allowed them to exist for centuries. For example, if a member commits any mistake or breaks the code of conduct of the gang, then he must cut off the tip of his left little finger and give the severed portion to the boss as an apology. In Japanese culture, this practice is called yubutsume, kind of similar to what we witnessed in the John Wick 3 movie, where he severed his finger to obtain forgiveness from the high table. Nonetheless, in movies, a change in the script might have saved John Wick from severing his finger, but in Yakuza, there is no forgiveness. Because if any member, including an underboss or big brother, wants to protect the one who is being punished, then he must give his finger instead. As a result, this practice empowers every member to stay loyal towards each other. Surprisingly, there were moments when this ritual helped in identifying an enemy or a disguised cop in the gang, as they always failed to fulfill this ritual. At the same time, the body art also acts as a proof of identity when new members join the group, because every new member is required to remove their clothes and trousers to reveal such tattoos to their superiors. Another reason for cutting off the little finger can be traced back to the traditional way of holding a Japanese sword. During a battle, a samurai uses the bottom 3 fingers of each hand to maintain his grip on the sword tightly, and keeping the thumb and the index finger in a slightly loose manner. This position allowed the samurai to attack his opponent at the targeted spot and helped him win every battle. But cutting off the little finger of either hand weakens the position of the samurai in battle, thus making a member more dependent on the rest of the Yakuza group for his protection. So, after creating a definite organization, Yakuza's unavoidable appearance caught the attention of giant companies and billionaires who preferred hiring their service for money. As Japanese police had to work under the government, having a private organization like Yakuza opened doors for billionaires to run their business smoothly. Even banking companies have started joining hands with them. According to Japan's Securities and Exchange Surveillance Commission, more than 50 listed companies in the stock market have ties with organized crime. However, what billionaires failed to realize is that their service, in return, empowered Yakuza to expand their empire. For example, the control of meth drug trafficking and making Japan the perfect destination for human trafficking came under Yakuza's leadership. Specifically speaking, women and children from China, Southeast Asia, are first trafficked in Japan, and then are forced to be involved in strip clubs, sex shops, private video rooms, and escort services. As their level of income skyrocketed from such activities, Yakuza began building strong partnerships with real estate tycoons and became well known for storming into a stockholders' meeting to extort shares in their favor. Soon, Yakuza also specialized in forcing small real estate companies to sell their properties at a lower price so that big companies could continue with their plans. This immense power has now allowed Yakuza to establish their base in Hawaii, from where they supply American-made handguns in Japan. One of their biggest supporters is local Korean gangs in California and Vietnamese gangs, from whom Yakuza buys .38 caliber revolver for $275, but sells them in Tokyo for $4,000, an amount that is more than 14 times the original price. In consequence, many Yakuza leaders have also been jailed by the US government. Nevertheless, nothing stops them from pursuing their extravagant lifestyle. This is Morboshi-san, one of the leading Yakuza members who loves driving customized Lamborghinis. According to Morboshi, he fell in love with this Italian beast when he once saw a man blowing its exhaust on a red light. Since then, he not only drives Lamborghini, but also likes to give his own touch to them. Now, many people also question why Yakuza leaders prefer riding in Mercedes. Fortunately, after holding an interview with a Forbes writer, a Yakuza boss gave a perfect answer to this question. The S-Class is strong, has plenty of power, looks classy on the road, and has a lot of luxury inside. I think it's built well and is very reliable. Nothing really comes close, except maybe a Lexus LS. But why has the Japanese government not been able to control them? Well, apart from initiating anti-Yakuza campaigns in the country, it is astonishing to realize that the people of Japan actually appreciate the power of the Yakuza. A 2017 study found that 1 out of every 10 people in Japan who fall under the age of 40 want Yakuza to exist in the country. One of the main reasons for this praise was its humility in providing aid during earthquakes and allowing less fortunate people to become part of their gangs. Because if you dig deeper into the history of Yakuza members, 60% of them consist of an outcast class called Burakumen. 30% of them consist of Japanese-born Koreans who are faced with limitless discrimination in the country, and 10% of them are made up of Chinese ethnic groups. This shows that the Yakuza acted as the savior of the people who were given no place in society. So what are your views about Japan's most dangerous criminal organization? Tell us in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the like button if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching.